So it's been about 2.5 weeks since the last time that I worked on this drawing because I, out of nowhere, started hating it. Literally, I couldn't look at it. I've tried not to look at it for 2 weeks. I think that it's because I did like a whole layer on the whole body, but just I used this sponge and it's so big, so I had to I just said, okay, I'm gonna do a first layer on the whole body. And so it just looked so undone and ugly because, you know, there's an ugly stage on every drawing. Like, I was editing my videos of how I started this drawing, and I could see the patience that I had and how happy I was. So I want to go back to that mindset. This is like what I mean. Like, it just looks really undone, and it just made me feel like I fucked it up because the background, I used to love how it looked, and then I started hating how it looked with the body, like on that one layer. So okay, whatever, let's just go back and let's fix it. And yeah, let's go back to loving this.
Okay, so in case my ranting wasn't clear, I'll try to explain myself a little better. As you saw, I found that the sponge worked best to apply gray charcoal, and I thought it would be better to shade the whole body since the sponge was really big and that's all I could do anyways. Like, it was really hard to work in small sections. It is worth noting that I always work in small sections at a time. I try to get the section as detailed as possible before moving on to the next. I do this because it helps me to mentally deal with what I have in front of me. For example, if I have a large undone or like ugly stage area, my brain thinks the whole thing is ruined. I know. Very weird, but that's just how my brain freaking works. So seeing such a large portion of the drawing so underdone made me feel like the whole thing was ruined, and fixing it just seemed so much harder in my head. When looking at it more technically and feelings aside, I know that fixing my drawing is not harder or more work. It's not even fixing because it's a first layer that was going to happen anyways. Okay, well, moral of the story, art is a mental game. For me, I don't know if it is for you. And if you know yourself enough to notice things like this, it's better to work accordingly so that you don't end up dealing with procrastinations and unwanted feelings. Like, I know for a fact that my brain is better when I work in small areas. So I should have just gone along with that because I know that's best for me. But anyways, it is also completely fine to walk away from drawings or artworks or paintings that make you feel a certain way for an hour, a day, a week, a year, or as long as you need to. You can always come back to them. Anyways, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I love you all.